Bitcoin just invalidated our major level at $62,200. So should you expect lower prices to come next, or is this just one final push to the downside before we get a big bounce on the charts? And that's of course what I want to talk about in this update. But first, as usual, if we recap what happened since the previous update, if we remember, we outlined one major support level, which was at $66,700. And if Bitcoin lost that support, I personally wanted to see a move down towards $62,000. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. When we got this move and we saw that reaction, I updated the Discord and I wanted to see a reversal to the upside. So that's the update. We got the move down towards our level as you can see. And at this point, I wanted to see a reversal up back towards the daily open at $64,600. And what happened? We got the reversal. I exited my short position near the lows, flipped into a long position, and implemented the take profit one back at the daily open as I said at $64,600. So if we go back to the charts, what happened? We got this move up. I implemented the take profit one, but then Bitcoin actually reversed down and broke back below this low. So what happened on this bounce and what's happening right now? Well, what happened on this bounce is actually pretty simple. And at this point, I hope that most of you know which level I'm going to highlight. And this would be this imbalance on the 1 hour chart. So that's simply what happened. We moved up into this imbalance, which acted as resistance, and that's where Bitcoin reversed from. Now, personally, I didn't short this move simply because I was expecting higher prices. And that's why you should always implement take profits one. Even though I did expect higher prices, I still implemented a pretty aggressive take profit one. And that's why over time, you have to learn to never trust the markets. In any case, back to the charts again, we got the move up into this imbalance and then a rejection to the downside. And when we got this drop, I updated the Discord again. And the next level that I had on my chart was, as I said, the next level that I was looking for was $60,700. The reason for that is very simple. Let's go on the 4 hour chart. I wanted to see this imbalance filled. So if you go on the 15-minute time frame, we got the move down towards $60,700, which offered support, and now Bitcoin is actually bouncing pretty nicely off of it. Personally, again, I didn't trade this move for two main reasons. The first one is very simply that I was asleep. So anyways, I couldn't trade this move. But the second reason is that if you go on the higher time frames, Bitcoin is looking pretty weak. And when we broke back below $62,000, I wanted to be a bit more careful with looking for long positions. But in any case, we got the move towards my support, and Bitcoin again is offering a pretty nice bounce off of it. And with that said, what levels we have above us and what levels we have below us? Well, above us, to show strengths, in my opinion, Bitcoin has to clear this imbalance, which would come in at $65,200. So if Bitcoin is able to move up and break above $65,200, personally at this point, I might be interested in a long position on a retracement for a quick trade back to the upside. Because if we do break above this candle, I would expect a move towards $68,000 because we have pretty big imbalances as you can see with this candle and with this candle. But right now, the main level that comes next is going to be this candle, which could act as resistance. So we might see a move up, a rejection of that candle, and then a move back to the downside. Or the second scenario is that we break above this candle, as I said, and then I would like to see a move towards $68,000, which might act as resistance. And that's mainly what I'm looking for above us. But then below us, that's where it becomes a bit more shaky for Bitcoin. Apart from $60,700, we don't have much support left below us. That's because if you take the volume profile from this low, as you can see, the value area low is trying to offer support on Bitcoin right now. And if you take the volume profile of the bigger range, so if I just remove this, if you take the volume profile of this range, as you can see, Bitcoin has actually lost the value area low, which is also trying to offer support. And that's why, in my view, if we lose this last support level that I shared on the Discord, I would actually expect to move back below $53,000. And that's simply because, apart from this level, I don't really see any support left. And that's why, as I said, this level is very important. In my view, it's the last support that we have on Bitcoin. And as you can see right now, it is offering a pretty nice bounce. But overall, that's mainly what I'm looking at for the charts. As I said, I am leaning a bit more bearish simply because I didn't want Bitcoin to lose this low, and the last support level comes in at $60,700. If we lose it, I would expect a break back below $53,000, and if Bitcoin comes up and is able to clear this imbalance, I would expect a move back towards $68,000. But first, of course, this imbalance is very important to clear because it could act as a pretty strong resistance. So with that said, that was mainly it for this update. As usual, if you have any questions, I'm available inside the Discord. So see you soon everyone, and good luck.